Don't know what I'm doing, just hit any keys. Get ready. You must find the red access card before proceeding to the next floor. Press a key.
Welcome to another Croina vs FPS, where I've recently been testing the patience of Croina, a hard-working professional who isn't a gamer, with a series of terrible first-person shooters. No more. The name's Stone. Blake Stone. That's right, Blake is back. After featuring in 3 separate videos on the channel, Blake's 4th mission, should he choose to accept it, is to win over a jaded Croina. To do this, he has been outfitted with the latest in cool gadgets for secret agents, the B-Stone Source Port. Will this upgraded Blake get the girl, or will Croina give him the cold shoulder? Here are her thoughts on the matter.
Today I was playing Blake Stone. The game is running on the same engine as Super 3D Noah's Ark and Wolfenstein 3D. To be honest, it seemed pretty similar to those 2 games. I didn't notice any notable differences, but it's been a while since I played them, to be honest. I actually quite enjoyed this game, so much so that I played more than one level of it. It had a sci-fi theme to it, and it had like a handy map and inventory system and the key cards. So I enjoyed this game quite a lot. There was quite a lot of stuff to pick up, and whenever you killed a person, you collected these tokens, and you could collect extra weapons as well. There was ammunition everywhere, so you were never going to run out. But I guess I was playing on easy mode, so maybe if you'd gone up to one of the other modes, there might not have been so much to pick up. But yeah, I actually did enjoy this game. There was no sort of messing about having to put bullets in a gun to use the gun, like there was with the one on the desert island, which I can't remember the name of. So yeah, it was pretty straightforward, and yeah, it was pretty fun to play. I'm not 100% sure what the story about this game was, because I, as usual, just skipped through the front of it. I did see sort of a vague introduction. It seemed to be some sort of a James Bond theme, intelligence officer kind of thing, but I just skipped through the story and just wanted to play the game. And to be honest with you, I just kind of shot everything that moved.
Not me!
Because that's the way I play games. Yeah, the music was kind of catchy. There was like just a very simple kind of tune to it. Obviously I don't know who wrote it or what or anything about that. Didn't annoy me too much. It's actually stuck in my head now. Okay, so there was a range of characters in this game. The ones in blue, the like soldiers in blue, seemed to attack you. Some of these guys in like science coats, you know, the white science coats, some of them attacked you, most of them didn't, but I mean, I just, as I said before, shot everything that moved, because that's just my style of gameplay, just shoot everything. There was also these like dome things on the ceiling that were shooting at you too, and I didn't initially realize that you could shoot them, because again, you don't have that looking up capability in this game. It was one of them games where you just kind of shoot in the general direction of something, it gets destroyed or it dies. So yeah, I just did my usual and just went ahead and killed everything that was there, machine or man. In addition to all the sort of the soldiers and the science guys, I guess you could call them, there was these sort of what I guess is known as boss kind of characters, you know, big sort of monsters, and there was like a robot kind of thing that was walking about shooting at you. And when I first encountered them, I kind of thought, oh, this is gonna need a bit more kind of firepower to to kill it, but in actuality it wasn't any more difficult to kill than the soldiers were. That was slightly random. I mean, I guess it gave a good variation in the game. I just kind of wish that it was maybe, I know it sounds a bit strange to say, but I kind of wish it was more difficult to kill the bigger monsters, just to give it a bit more variance, in that sense. But no, overall it was good. It was, it wasn't all the same thing, coming towards you at once. So since playing the Terminator game, which gave me a headache after about 2 minutes of playing it due to the terrible graphics, I've kind of been comparing everything to that with regards to the graphics. And this game was actually, it wasn't too bad. I didn't notice it being really pixelated. The aesthetics of the game was pretty good. It was just one of them games that I could kind of play. I kind of limited myself, but I probably could have played it a bit more, It wasn't really overly challenging or anything, but it certainly didn't give me a headache like the Terminator one did. So I guess that's another good thing about it. So I've played a lot of shooter games recently. This one for me is probably one of the better ones. It made the top 25 list on the Random DOS Game show, and yeah, I think it's well deserved up there. As I've said many times before, I'm just kind of somebody who appreciates a more simple game where there's not all this convoluted arbitrary tasks that you have to do, and it's not too complicated. You just go into the game, you do what you need to do, you go through the levels, and you just enjoy yourself at the same time, So yeah, I actually quite enjoyed playing this game. It did remind me a bit of Doom, but obviously not as good as Doom. Oh, this game came out the week before Doom. I mean, talk about being overshadowed by a game. This game didn't really have much of a chance, really, did it? Probably is quite underrated because of that reason, I think I said before about a game, I can't remember which one it was, being as a stepping stone into Doom. And I think this one was probably the closest one you could get, I think, to prepare you for Doom. Really didn't have any chance, did it? Fairly unlucky, that. So as I said, I actually, I really enjoyed playing this game, and really it was down to the simplicity of it. There was no sort of convoluted way of using the weapons or anything like that, and navigating your way around the levels was fairly straightforward, and I obviously had a map to kind of help. I think I actually completed 2 of the levels, and I was actually on my way into the 3rd level, which, if you've listened to the rest or if you've watched the rest of the videos that I've done of these DOS games, that's kind of unusual. So it kind of speaks for itself that I did really enjoy this game. I can't really pinpoint exactly what it was other than the simplicity of it. You just you go in and you do what you need to do, and then you go on to the next level. I might actually go back and play this one, see if I can do all the levels. I don't really think there was any parts of the game I didn't enjoy, to be honest. I think it was all good. Yeah, this one was a definite win, and as I've said, I will probably go back and play this if I'm bored one day. Just that kind of game that you can go back and play. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
So there you have it. Blake still got it. And while he was doomed from the start, thanks to B-Stone, you can spring back into action with a revitalized British badass. Will the next game be a hit? Let's have a look at the title screen to find out.